Yeah, you back.
right? A lot of people that come before them on the internet don't know exactly what their immune system is and how it works. I'm looking at a lot of these guys that's telling people that they teaching people about their immune system. You got one of these guys running around talking about he teaching black folks about their health and their genetics. Meanwhile, his platform is that melanin is fungus.
Okay.
Like his platform is that melanin is fungus. I'm like, yo, why would you listen to this guy? Then I'm looking online and I'm like, look at all these people selling sea moss.
Mm-hmm.
You got people selling sea moss now like it's weed. Like you got people selling sea moss that don't know anything about the biochemistry of algae or sea moss.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know anything about the biochemistry of people, humans, but they're selling the sea moss to people and telling them that there's going to be some sort of type of benefit. Then to add insult to injury, they're quoting Dr. Sebi when they're doing that as if Dr. Sebi sold people sea moss.
Mm.
Dr. Sebi, to my knowledge, never sold people sea moss.
Mm.
Herbs are electrical, and we have yet to understand that. I was concerned with the black leadership of America, not medical science. When I had cured these people of sickle cell and lupus and herpes and blindness, I was happy. I said, now I could go to all the leaders. I could go to Minister Farrakhan. I could go to Jesse Jackson. I could go to Al Sharpton. I could go to Oprah Winfrey. But what I found out, I was mistaken. I was wrong. They are not interested in the healing of any black people.
That's an explosive claim.
That is not an explosive statement. That is a reality. There isn't a black leader in America that is interested in the health of the black race.
Do you say that because they refuse to interact with you?
They are not in the position to respond. If they were, my first case of AIDS was cured in 1984. Yeah. And since then, we've been curing people of lupus and herpes and cancer and blindness. Not one black leader ever said, well, let us help the brother.
That you just mentioned what.
Anytime Sebi was selling sea moss, the sea moss was mixed with other herbs in a compound.
So you telling me I shouldn't be drinking sea moss every day?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm good. I'm about to say, I'm about to go in the bathroom and make myself throw up. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that we should be getting our sea moss from people that actually know what sea moss is.
Got you.
We should be like if I can't ask you, hey, what is sea moss? What's the difference between sea moss and like why should we take sea moss? What are the active compounds in sea moss that makes it good for them? Like what's the affinity between my body and sea moss? Like people don't know that. Now when they watch this video, because see, I create waves. I create waves and people run and grab their surfboard and jump on the wave. So now that this video is going to go out, people are going to start trying to break down sea moss at that level. But for the people that know, there's only me and KT that really been doing this for some odd, you know what I'm saying? I start these waves, this whole vaccine debate, I started this wave. That whole Wesley Muhammad thing, I started that wave with Wesley Muhammad, this Sebi, then had the whole Nation of Islam and the young version of the Nation of Islam, Rizzy and all them, put out anti-Sebi, videos, etc. Nobody stepped up. I stepped up to the plate. Like, yo, y'all violating, you out of pocket, and not only are you violating and you out of pocket, but you're making people sick. You promoting cow's milk because y'all so heavily invested in them farms. So when people stop drinking
from milk, and do you know what milk is? Whole milk, right milk, whole milk, right milk, whole milk, right milk is liquid sunlight.
So you're trying to promote this on an economic basis, but you're hurting people. You're killing people. It's proven all over the web that cow's milk specifically is one of the leading causes of prostate cancer, among other things. And this is not Dr. Enqi or Minister Enqi making this claim. No. Anybody that has Google with a smartphone, laptop, iPad, tablet, all you have to do is type in cow's milk, prostate cancer, and over 1 million links will pop up explaining it in great detail how they prove it in clinical settings over and over again, the link between cow's milk and prostate cancer.
So Doggy Limons likes to eat a bean pie every now and again. You trying to tell me I'm getting prostate cancer because I eat a bean pie every now and again?
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
What we do every now and then doesn't really affect our health at all, to be honest.
Got you.
Our bodies are that strong, right? And that goes 2 ways. So that means you can eat some ratchetness every so often and you're good. But that also means that you people that dip into the health trend every now and again,
got you.
You're just wasting your money. So if your diet is normally ratchet, but every so often you have a smoothie or every so often you have a green juice, you're wasting your money. You might as well have got you a Pepsi. It's not doing anything for your body.
Got you.
The things that work for your body to take your body's health upward or downward
is consistency.
Things that you do consistently. Correct.
Got you.
So it's more important. Like when people say, I'm just trying to make a change right now. Like right now, this is the time of year.
Facts.
So this is partially why I'm saying some of these things, because in a week,
the gyms is crowded.
Everybody quitting cigarettes. They quit pork.
Yeah.
I'm
going vegan.
Last night, everything.
Yeah.
So what people need to know is this: when people switch, and this is over 10 years of experience speaking. You know what I'm saying? When people switch, the main thing that make people go backwards or regress is the foods are too hard to find that they're looking for, and they don't know how to prepare the food, and it doesn't taste well.
And it's expensive.
And it's expensive because you're not swaggy with your shopping.
Yeah.
So my thing is, when you're just switching over and you want to become vegan, or even if you're going from full everythingitarian, right, to trying to be a vegetarian even, just stick with the fruits and vegetables that you like. Don't confuse yourself and get too crazy with this is a hybrid. This has more, calcium than this one, and that one is less alkaline than that one. No. Meek Mill said it best. It's this thing, it's levels to this thing. You know what I'm saying? So let yourself actually acclimate to the change.
Yeah.
Before you start to say, okay, well, hold on. I heard grapefruits and, I'm going to get me a citron versus, like, some people don't even know what that is. Like, so it's just a matter of, okay, let my changes take hold.
Instead of saying, yeah, I'm going to make me some jackfruit barbecue chicken. Where do I get, and then you buy it and you like, yo, this is disgusting.
Correct.
I can't breathe with this guy.
Milk gives us tryptophan to synthesize testosterone. This is the meal of the black gods.
Yo, stop, man. This is nuts.
The light up there can keep getting dimmer and dimmer, but we can, in its midst, keep getting stronger and stronger. There's 2 things that I expect every single one of us in here to leave and do continuously from this point on for the rest of your life. That's eat navy beans and drink milk. Eat navy beans and drink milk. I know, you follow Dr. Sabi. You follow Dr. Sabi. And so you think black people, African people are inherently lactose intolerant. Drink that milk. Drink that Navy bean.
Yeah, drink that Navy bean. Drink that Navy bean.
Drink that Navy bean. And in closing, I can't, because see, this is how we can fix it, and we don't even have to leave this country. The light up there can keep getting dimmer and dimmer, but we can, in this mix, keep getting stronger and stronger.
I'm going to give you some of the secrets about how we make you buy what we want you to buy. So as a marketer, when I'm first giving you a product, what's my job? Well, my job is to make you want it, to crave it, to need it, to think that it is the best innovation in food since sliced bread. But how do we do it? Well, I'm going to give you a really big example later that I'm going to break right down for you. But let's just start by looking at a few fun little things. So here we have Shreddies, an old favourite, been around for years, very popular in the UK and Canada. Without changing a single little thing about that product, they remarketed them, rebranded them as brand new diamond-shaped Shreddies. Food marketing genius right there. In the 1950s, there was a very important innovation in food. The instant mix cake, one of my personal favourites. When they were first brought out, all you needed to do was to add a little bit of water. Who's not going to love that? Well, actually, no one loved it. No one bought the bloody things. So they did a bit of research. And what they found was that the main consumer, the target consumer, the housewife, felt that it was cheating. They didn't want to pass off such an easy thing as their own baking to their partners, their husbands, their families, whatever. So what did the producers have to do? They had to make it harder. So now you had to add water and an egg. And sales exploded. But these examples, these are just chicken feed compared to what I really want to talk about tonight, and that is chickens and pigs and cows. So when we think about where chickens, etc., come from, we think about something a bit like that. That's also our instinctive idea, but we all know if we really think about it, if we think about it deeply, it's probably a little bit more like that. But that's a lot nicer. It's a lot more romantic. So how do we give you this impression? Well, there are 3 techniques that we use. The third of which is our secret weapon, and I am going to blow it for you tonight, so please stay primed for that. Let's look at technique number 1. Everybody believes what's on the label. So let's look at some examples. Some of my favourites, some of the ones I use all the time. I'll use farm fresh. I'll use 100% natural. I'll use butcher's choice. But what does that really actually mean? Well, truthfully, it doesn't mean very much. If we see that on the label, we feel a bit more confident. But let's have a look at what a farm really looks like. It probably looks like that. Now, this is a concentrated animal feeding operation. I'm going to run that past you again. It's a concentrated animal feeding operation. That's not going to look great on a label. Hence, we use farm fresh. Innovation number 2. This is what we use. We focus on progress. Intensive farming was born out of necessity. At the end of the Second World War, resources were extremely tight. Farming had to be by necessity very, very economical. And we've learnt from that, and we've built from that, and we're able to now raise more and more animals in smaller and smaller spaces. So we've got extremely good at it. If we looked at a room of about this size, and this were turned into a chicken barn, it's a 100-seat theatre, how many chickens could we probably fit in this room now? I'm going to say about 4,000. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? It'd probably look a little bit like that. Now, the public aren't going to be massively keen on that idea, and it's my job to make them feel a little bit better about it. So how do I do it? Well, a basic principle of marketing. We use the right choice of words, and by using the right choice of words, we can make the conversation, we can focus the conversation the way we want it to. So we'll use an example like this. When you look at that picture, where is your eye drawn? It's drawn right to the middle of the page, massive letters, we've got strive to optimise. What we're looking at in the picture, in reverse, looks a bit like that, but this looks a lot nicer, because we're looking at strive to optimise. It makes us feel that there's progress. We feel good. So the challenge for the marketers is to make the public feel comfortable about what they're seeing. one of the side effects of intensive farming, of having so many animals in such a small space, unfortunately, is obviously disease, because you put so many animals into a small space, they're going to get sick. It is no secret that 50% of all the antibiotics in the world are used on farmed animals. So how do you make the public feel okay with this? How does that happen? My job. How do I do it? I use the language of innovation. So we're going back to our old friends at porkcares.org. And what they do is they say, as farming has become more efficient, veterinarians have incorporated new technologies and methods into practice. This makes us feel good. This is positive. Yeah? This is progress. And when we're then marketing to future consumers, we would perhaps use something like this. This is a colouring book. Pigs and pork. It's absolutely gorgeous. And what we're doing here is we're getting the children to focus on the fact that we're using innovation. So by bringing the pigs out from the muddy fields and into the clean barns, we're taking them away from all that nasty, dirty mud and all the diseases that are lurking there within. Positive. So onto our secret weapon. This is what we really need to focus on. So these two techniques alone, they are not going to work. We need a secret weapon, number 3. It is actually in this room right now. Secret weapon! It is you. So how do we do it? When you're in the supermarket, you don't want to think about where those products have come from. You don't want to think about how those animals have been reared, how they've been treated. The power of willful ignorance cannot be overstated. This is systemised cruelty on a massive scale, and we only get away with it because everyone is prepared to look the other way.